Hi everyone, I'm Marinka. I am currently at Oscar at the Plaza and I am on an interview with Exquisite Taste magazine.
Hi, Chef.
Hi,
Nice to
how
see
are
you
you?
again.
Thank you. Nice to see you too.
Straight to the first question. Can you tell us about your first introduction to the world of cooking and what made you fall in love with it?
I think it's because I was on survival mode. Jadi back then I was studying in Sydney at the time, and then of course I had to cook for myself, and then I love cooking for people. So there's a lot of my friends who love to hang out at my place, and then it starts with that. But there's just like basic stuff. But the real thing that makes me love and goes into that is because I watch Jamie Oliver. I think, Jamie, you better watch this and just really put a quote on this. Anyway, yeah, it's because of that. And then I saw how amazing he was. Like, the way he cooked looks amazing, seems like it's amazing. And then how easy he just, made everything just inspires me.
Your educational background was in design. What made you change your mind and brought you into culinary?
To be honest, I wanted to be a painter. Because I really love, I'm really into art kan. Maksudnya back then I studied all the history and everything, and maklum lah, plan-plan, plan-plan remaja. And then we went to fashion because I also love fashion, to be honest. But I think loving fashion and learning and making something for fashion, like making outfits, is a totally different thing. And then the world I find from the culinary world is very different. It's just more friendly. I find it's just a friendlier, I find friendlier people, more, not really sih lah. After I found out a few years later, not really gitu. Tapi at the time, I just find people who loves to eat usually are just kinder. Yeah. They're just like more passionate and more real gitu loh. Sedangkan fashion, even though I love it so much still sampai sekarang, but it's a totally different world. Even though it's still in the art industry, same artistic lah, it needs art, both of them, but it's just a bit different, and I just feel more comfortable in the food scene.
Tell us about your cookbook, which has been a while, and whether if you'll ever make another one anytime soon.
Oh my God, yes. Actually, before the pandemic, we were starting to make a new book. There's only like one cover photo shoot left that needs to be done. Tapi because of the pandemic, it's stopped gitu loh.
So it's delayed.
It's absolutely delayed until now. So we're still thinking.
We already have the recipe and everything.
Everything udah selesai actually. It's only the cover yang belum selesai. Sampai sekarang. But it's okay. I'm taking my time.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm doing another book which has nothing to do with food.
This is the one that we've talked about before. You have traveled all around the world. Do you have any unforgettable dining experiences that you can share with us?
Okay, but the most memorable maybe atmosphere is what I can talk about is more, I think, when I was in Nihi, resort in Nihi, di Sumba. I didn't expect that, in a secluded island, the food would be mediocre. Kan kita mikirnya, I would thought it's just like, oh, how can you get a chef? But turns out they flown a chef from Italy or Argentina or something, but the food was amazing. And not just that, it's just like the atmosphere you just eat every day there, and then by the beautiful beach. I think that was like the moment that you cannot forget, The most beautiful experience, I would say, is in Nihi, Sumba. Who would have known, right?
What is your all-time favorite food and who made it best?
Maybe yang ingat terakhir aja deh ya. Yang ingat terakhir kayaknya yang I was quite mind blown by it is when I was in Suma, Jakarta. It was like there was an event, I think, and I didn't expect it to be that nice actually. It's quite nice actually.
Yeah, Heidi has been asking me to come.
Yeah. It was really nice actually. Yeah, it was one of the best I think in Jakarta. Maksudnya, it's quite a little bit different dibandingin yang lain, I think. Okay. Yeah, so you must go there. But for everyday food, I don't have a favorite. How funny is that? Yeah, I cannot say it's Genki sushi, right? For me, when I'm alone, I like to watch, to the movies alone or sometimes, or if I'm hungry, I don't know what to eat, I go to Genki Sushi because it's easy. And I know which one to take, udah gampang gitu loh. And I don't like to ganti-ganti ke tempat-tempat gitu yang kayak eksperimen, not so much gitu. I know what I like, daripada kita udah makan, masuk perut udah gendut, abis itu udah gain weight, atau makanan nggak enak, bayar lagi tuh kayak kesel gitu loh.
Following the previous question, do you have any go-to comfort food that you can make easily for a slow day at home?
Oh yes, for me, I like a good sourdough. Kalau bisa cari yang gluten free, sourdough with really good old, I think Beemster cheese from Holland, from the Netherlands. You put mustard in it and you put rocket leaves and then you put a bit of fig jam or whatever jam. So there's a mixture of saltiness and then sweetness and then you grill that. That's it. That's the simple one. It's simple tapi enak. And a lot of cheese, make sure.
Your experience being a judge in numerous cooking competitions, what do you think are the most important factors that can make a winning dish?
Taste. Of course, the look really helps, but the look can be so deceiving sometimes, and then the taste would be yuck. It's like a big no for me, right? I mean, like, of course, ada beberapa yang kayak it looks amazing. He's like the person maybe udah pakai gaya sirkus segala macam, and then the food does not taste good. Then I cannot lie, because at the end of the day, it's something that we swallow.
Exactly.
Right? It's in your mouth, gitu, and then you have to taste it. If it doesn't taste good, then what's the point of eating anymore? You don't look at it. It's not fashion. It's not art. At the end, gitu loh. You have to eat it. You have to enjoy it. And I think because if you have an unbelievably delicious taste, itu tuh it's like you are transported somewhere else. That's the point of a dish kan. Kita tuh kayak forget about everything else and like wow, it's something wow. It's like you're transported to a different ini aja, different atmosphere aja, gitu.
Okay, as a chef, do you still have any more dreams or goals that you wish to achieve?
I think back then I really want to have, I used to have a healthy place of my own, so everything was gluten-free, like back then it was so hard. I think it was almost 10 years ago I made it. And waktu itu gluten free belum ngetren lah pokoknya, belum kayak sekarang gitu. And then like healthy lifestyle, but it has to taste good, kind of thing. I still want to do that again after pandemic. We are done ya. Jadi I still want to do that again, but probably in a different way. And also learning by doing. At the time, there's so many things that we could have done better. You know, like. I wasn't thinking much about profit at the time. I was like, okay, I want people to eat. I want people to be able to eat healthy, but it doesn't have to be expensive. Everything that is healthy nowadays are crazy high in prices. What is that gitu loh? Iya kan, maksudnya. So that was actually the motto of my place back then. But now I think we really have to reconsider so many things gitu.